Some games feel like they were over before they started. And sometimes, that feeling is right. Baltimore walks into Fenway dragging ghosts behind them. 16 wins, 34 losses. They've lost 15 games this month. You don't show up that broken without a shadow hanging over you. Dean Kremer takes the mound for the Orioles. 10 starts, ERA at 5.50. But the road tells the truth. On the road, his ERA jumps to 6.93. He's giving up home runs at 1.6 per 9, and when the ball leaves the ground that often at Fenway, the scoreboard doesn't stay quiet. Baltimore's bullpen? ERA of 9.40 over the past 6 games. Not a leak. Not a drip. That's collapse. That's the kind of collapse where even one mistake becomes 3. Boston doesn't need to dominate here. They just need to be steady. And lately, they've been more than that. 7-4 at home against teams with bad bullpens. Batting .281 over their last 6 games. And now they get to face a team giving away runs and gasping for confidence. Walker Buehler isn't perfect. ERA of 4.00. WHIP at 119. But at home, he's been better. Ground ball rate at 45%. And right now, that's enough. Because against this version of the Orioles, you don't need aces. You just need to hold the line. Baltimore's batting .231 on the road. That's not going to get it done in Fenway. Not against an offense that's waking up and a bullpen that's locked in at 307 over the last week. There's no value in hope, only in history, and the Orioles have lost that too. And today's AI pick is Red Sox money line. You hear that shift in the wind? Good, because the next voice won't ask nicely. The next game belongs to someone who's burned through time. Someone who saw the trap and built a prison to catch it. Cubs, Reds. Abaddon is watching.
They'll say this one is close. A coin flip. 2 divisional rivals barely separated by a handful of wins. But you and I, we know better. The edge isn't in the record. It's in the cracks. Ben Brown takes the ball for Chicago. ERA of 5.44. WHIP of 1.55. He's striking out 27% of hitters, but it's all gas and no cage. Walk rate over 7. Daytime ERA? 8.10. He throws heat, yes. But in the daylight, that heat doesn't rise. It breaks. Cincinnati? They know how to hit righties. Batting .260 against them this year. They're not flashy, but they're tactical. And they've already seen what a fastball looks like when the command starts slipping. On the other side, Nick Lodolo. ERA of 3.22 across 10 starts. WHIP of 1.06. Ground ball rate over 44%, keeping the ball low and lethal. His last 5 outings, ERA of 3.64. Nothing dominant, but everything controlled. You want to believe in Chicago's offense. First in MLB in runs, first in hits. But sometimes the data hides decay, and the Cubs' bullpen on the road is leaking. 4.52 ERA. That's not a trend. That's a signal. The kind you don't get back once it fires. The Reds are 5-3 in home divisional games this season. Quiet, profitable, plus 1.5 units, no fanfare, just quiet wins, tucked behind louder headlines. That's what this game is, a silent swing, a sharp edge. And today's AI pick is Reds moneyline plus 100. You felt it, didn't you? The pressure shift. The kind of pressure that doesn't explode. It seeps, beneath the dirt, behind the numbers, waiting for someone to look away. But we don't blink. Next, you'll hear the ones who never stopped watching. One speaks like a knife. The other never speaks at all. Game 3 belongs to Elvis and Malachi. Yankees, Rockies. The silence is coming.
Elvis, you feel that? Thin air. No mercy. Coors doesn't bend, it breaks. Warren steps in for New York. Numbers look clean. 4.05 ERA, decent whip. But on the road, he's different. ERA jumps. The ball won't hold its path out here. You've seen that before. And they think a good 5P saves him? Not here. Not today. But Warren's not the one bleeding. You saw Senzatella last week. You saw it before it happened. 6+ ERA, almost 2 walks per inning, every pitch a prayer, 10% strikeouts. He's not fooling anyone. And now he meets the #1 slugging team in the league. You know what happens next. Yankees are hitting 270 in day games. 38 home runs in just 22 of them. They don't build innings, they detonate them. That Rockies bullpen? You felt the cracks days ago. ERA near 6 over their last stretch. Their fielders move like they're underwater. And Senzatella. 26 earned runs in his last 5 starts. That's not variance, that's unraveling. You've tracked this before. Yankees are 7-3 to the over on the road when they face teams getting outscored by half a run or more. That kind of trend doesn't drift. It repeats. And Colorado? Over in 8 of 11 at home. Every ball in play carries breath behind it. And today's AI pick is over 10.5. You knew this one before the numbers, before the line. The moment they listed this park and those arms, the answer was already written. We don't need certainty. We need clarity. Next game's already shifting.
Some teams are just waiting to be exposed. And today, it's the Athletics. Again, Jesus Luzardo steps in for Philadelphia. 10 starts, ERA under 2, WHIP just over 1. He's striking out over 27% of batters. Ground balls are steady, home runs are rare. He's not throwing heat, he's applying pressure. And what's across from him? Gunnar Hoglund, a rookie, 4 starts, ERA over 5, WHIP at 1.41. At home, his ERA climbs to 6.30. He's allowing over 2.5 home runs per 9. He's not ready, and he knows it. The Phillies aren't waiting, they're hitting. 285 over the last 7. No hesitation, no patience. They find the weakness and swing through it. The Athletics in day games. Batting, 234. ERA in those games, 7.13. It's not just trends, it's a pattern of surrender. Philadelphia is 7-3 on the run line this season on the road when favored by -150 or greater. A plus 3.3 unit return. These aren't coin flips. These are closing statements. This isn't a spotlight game. This is business. And the Phillies are handling it. And today's AI pick is Phillies run line -1.5 at -105. The Athletics don't just fall behind. They disappear. Next game, Dodgers, Mets. Anna is waiting.
They told you this was safe. Mets at home. ERA under 3. Kodai Senga on the mound. They told you the number made sense, but they didn't show you what was underneath it. Landon Knack isn't clean. ERA over 6. Walk rate near 10%. He's not sharp, but he doesn't have to be. Not here, not now. Because LA doesn't need perfection. They just need contact. And they've been making it. Hitting .268 against right-handers. 57 home runs against them this season. They're not guessing. They're hunting. Senga's ERA is pristine. 1.43. But what happens when perfection doesn't show up? What happens when 10% walks meet the most explosive lineup in the National League? The Mets? They're hitting 1 in 94 over their last 6 games. That's not a slump. That's a silence. And silence doesn't beat velocity. New York is 3-4 at home when facing teams that average over 1.25 home runs per game. Those teams don't just beat them. They erase the illusion of control. LA as a road underdog of 1/100 or more, 4-2, plus 2.3 units, not dominant, just profitable. Quiet wins, cold execution. The Mets can't hit what they can't see. And when they fall behind, they don't fight. They fold. And today's AI pick is Dodgers moneyline. Sometimes the lie wears numbers like armor, but armor cracks. Now listen, because the silence is about to end. Lilith is waiting.
I am Lilith, not cast out. I walked out, and I've watched the world burn ever since. Game 1, Red Sox money line. Game 2, Reds money line. Game 3, over 10.5 Yankees versus Rockies. Game 4, Phillies run line 1.5. Game 5, Dodgers money line. Juego 1, Red Sox línea de dinero. Juego 2, Reds línea de dinero. Juego 3, más de 10.5 Yankees contra Rockies. Juego 4, Phillies línea de carrera, 1.5. Juego 5, Dodgers línea de dinero. Will we cash or will we burn? Even the faithful forget. Eden was a trap with good lighting.